Did you paint this?
Yeah. I mean, Elle asked me to. She commissioned it, basically. I mean, she told me what to draw.
You see Jonathan, his big brother, watching over him. He already knows that this is really meaningful to Will, that this is an important relationship in his life. You can tell Jonathan is thinking about, like, this might be the time to be able to say the things that I need to share. That feeling when we're about to embark on something and we're not really sure how to do it.
Do you remember that time you told me you had a Lego stuck up your nose?
Yeah, vaguely.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I had to get tweezers to pull him out.
Bull.
I love that Jonathan uses humor, especially since his brother was longingly kind of looking at the relationship that Mike and Elle have. So he chose to start off by lightening the mood with humor, which makes us feel much more receptive to be able to hear things that might be difficult or poignant or heartfelt. Humor can lower our defense mechanisms, and it's also a release of stress. And that's sometimes why we use humor, even in times that might not seem appropriate.
I feel like you used to come to me more for help. Or to just talk, you know? Now it feels like you don't do that anymore. Not like before. A lot of that is probably my fault.
So two things that Jonathan does in this moment I think are really important. One is that he specifically states that I'm here for you, and for me, I would love for you to come to me more. So instead of him saying you should do this, which would be accusatory and probably make Will feel defensive, he says this is something I would like. And then the second thing is that he says that the reason for it isn't because Will is doing the wrong thing or Will is being secretive. He puts the blame on himself, which again makes this area really, really safe. When we use accusatory words like you or why did you, which is what we often do when someone's doing something different than what we want, immediately most people go defensive and want to protect themselves. And then they actually start moving further and further emotionally apart. Jonathan blaming himself, that makes Will, especially with Will being more of that emotional, feeler, empathic person, that caretaker, him want to come closer to him.
In this last year, I know I've been distant.
Or stoned.
Or stoned. Yeah.
Will jumps in on that and adds another piece to it of how, yeah, you were probably also stoned. Now, this could have made Jonathan defensive and been like, well, I wasn't stoned that much. But then again, that would have pushed both of them apart when Jonathan knows that Will really needs him to be close to him. And so instead, he just accepts it and be like, yeah, I was probably stoned a good deal of that time too.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with you. And that's me dealing with my own and hiding from my own problems.
He takes this on. He carries this for him so that Will can feel as safe and as open with him. And that's what you want. If you want someone to share things that are really deep and the person may be worried about your response and because of that they're holding it back, when they share little things, don't come on them with a really harsh or accusatory or loud response, because the next time that they think about sharing something and they're worried about how you're going to react, they may not do it because they remember the other things that you reacted really harshly to.
The truth is, I miss talking to you. I really miss it.
See, again, Jonathan makes it about him. I miss you. If you shared with me, that would make me feel good. Though I think that Jonathan knows that Will also needs it, because Jonathan knows how much Will needs to share this and that it's probably really hard for him because of his reaction in the car.
And I think right now, we need to talk more than ever. Because things are getting just complicated, right? A lot more complicated than Legos up the nose, you know?
And you see how Will's reacting? He's getting warmer, and this is feeding him. It feels good. You can tell when you're saying the right thing to someone because they react with all of those micro expressions. He's smiling, and he's confirming back to him, and his eyes are wider, and he's starting to get a little bit flushed in the face and a little bit teary. He's saying the things that Will really needs to hear.
I don't want you to forget that I'm here, and I'll always be here, no matter what, because you're my brother, and I love you. There is nothing in this world, absolutely nothing, that will ever change that. Got that?
Yeah.
And you hear his voice even cracks when he's saying it because he's so overwhelmed with this is what he needs to hear. I think so many of us would love to hear that no matter what we do, no matter who we are, that we will be unconditionally loved by someone in our life. It's so healing that even those dark pieces to ourselves will be accepted. And I think that Jonathan does such a wonderful job of giving Will exactly what he needs right now to truly have his brother, no matter what.
And I'm always here for you too.
I know you are. Come here. It's gonna be okay.
Jonathan does such a great job of being a wonderful big brother. And especially when they're trying to save the whole world, he was able to see his brother when he really needed him. And I think he did a wonderful job. There are many other cool Stranger Things out there, but living with anxiety isn't one of them. If you want to take a look at in-depth ways to manage it, check out my brand new Nebula class on beating anxiety. It covers what anxiety is and straightforward tools and techniques on how to cope with it, so you can start living a better life today. There are also brand new Nebula classes from Thomas Frank on Business 101, Legal Eagle on how to sue like a lawyer, Sam from Wendover on persuasive communication, as well as classes with music, writing, animation, travel, and many more, with new classes going up every week. They're all masterfully produced and available for just $10 a month or $100 a year, and that includes thousands of ad-free, sponsor-free videos already on Nebula. And new videos are coming out every day from me and all your other favorite education creators, including original exclusives and extended and bonus features that are only available on Nebula, like my 2-hour Jinx saga from Arcane. And for those of you that have already signed up for Nebula, including CuriosityStream, it's only $5 a month or $50 a year to upgrade to classes. So just hit the button on the screen or the link in the description and start learning today. Hitting that link really does help out my channel, and so does watching this playlist, where I break down the characters and scenes from Vox Machina, Arcane, Stranger Things, and many more. So give it a watch, and I'll see you in the next video. So let me know your favorite Will and Jonathan moments, and if you can and like this video, found that you learned something from it, please subscribe and share. Sharing the video really does help my channel grow, so thank you to everyone that does, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.